Femininity is very much centered in living in the moment, and it is very difficult to do that if you are pushing yourself against your body. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. To all of my new subscribers, I thank you so much. And to all of the women who have commented, who have reached out to me, I know we are still a small community, but I am so grateful for you. Honestly, in my everyday life, before starting my blog and this YouTube channel, I was really quite alone in a lot of my beliefs. But I was so surprised that many other women share these beliefs, and I'm hoping that I can continue to create and to contribute to the conversation on femininity and living as a balanced woman. If you are new to my channel, I encourage you to subscribe, to like this video, to comment, because it helps grow this community, and it truly does make a difference. And not even to grow our community, it makes a difference to me because I really love you all and I appreciate all of you. Today's video is going to talk about a tool that I have been using for quite some time. So I wouldn't consider myself an expert. There are actually medical experts out there that specialize in this kind of concept. And I encourage you, if you are interested, you can go seek out those resources in other places. A quick Google search will give you all of that information. This video is just my tips on how I cycle sync, how I use my menstrual cycle to exude my femininity and to operate from a place of flow. So flow, you will have noticed if you watched my series on femininity, is a concept that I believe has to deal with the feminine woman really being in tune to her body. So the feminine woman being open and ready to receive and being receptive to the stimulus all around her. Femininity is very much centered in living in the moment, and it is very difficult to do that if you are pushing yourself against your body and you aren't tailoring your everyday life to match your menstrual cycle. Your menstrual cycle controls so much, from your emotions to your energy levels to the foods that you crave and to your strengths during that particular time of the month. So implementing this in your daily life is going to help you become a more feminine woman, because you are going to be living in a balance with who you truly are. What this video is not is a contraception video. Contraception, I believe, is up to you, your husband, and God. And although you can use this for natural family planning, I know a lot of you are Christians on this channel, it isn't my place to recommend this for you. That is something you're going to have to explore. I began cycle syncing, so structuring my days and my calendar and my energy levels and my tasks to my menstrual cycle several years ago, before I ever met my husband, and we did what we did. Because I used to be a person who struggled with ovarian cysts, and I was looking for a natural way that wasn't artificial hormones to be able to help me alleviate that problem. Cycle syncing has tremendously helped me, because I'm not telling you that this will cure your problem, but it definitely helped me with my problem in the way that I do not feel these cysts, because I am eating the right things and I am being in tune with my body. My body is not working against me, my body is working for me. So we are going to assume a 28-day cycle. We are going to start with day 1 to day 7, which is the menstrual phase. So imagine your hormones like a mountain. And the bottom of the mountain, when you go over the slope, the dead bottom, is your menstrual phase. Your hormones drop and signal to your body that you are ready to shed your uterine lining. So when your hormones drop and your body is kind of shocked into getting its period, you can imagine that your energy levels are going to be very low. This is also a great time, since your energy levels are low, to practice exercises such as walking and seek some time where you can be calm and really recharge. If you are fortunate enough to be able to take a day off from whatever your responsibilities are, I would actually encourage it. If you are not able to, just prepare and know that you might need some extra sleep. You might need to take it easy and not exert your body. Since you are shedding your lining, you also want to eat foods that are rich in iron. So you can eat red meat. There are also non-meat options that you can just Google. You also might be craving seafood and dark chocolate. So for me, I always have those things on hand, because I know that it is quick and easy when I am in that part of the cycle to just look in my freezer for some seafood or in my cupboard for some dark chocolate, because I know I will be craving that. This is an excellent time to journal and to plan out your goals for the upcoming month. Take this time as a mini vacation. Practice those 3 types of things, especially for yourself, that I have mentioned in one of my previous videos. Incorporate a lot of self-care wherever you can. As we transition out of the menstrual phase from about day 8 to day 13, we are in the follicular phase. So follicular phase, follicle, if you are familiar with 12th grade biology, you know that that's basically your egg preparing to be released. So your estrogen levels are going to be increasing, as well as your testosterone levels. Estrogen, think of it as the female hormone. Testosterone, think of it as the male hormone. We all have it, just like feminine and masculine energy, but we have balances. Females have more estrogen, of course, but they are both rising. So this is an excellent opportunity for you to begin incorporating more intense workouts, slowly, gradually ease into perhaps a new workout. You will also want to be eating food that support follicle growth and that are rich in vitamin E. I personally like to eat a lot of leafy vegetables as well as salads with avocados, and I like to consume eggs because those are all foods that are going to help the follicle grow properly. In terms of your social life and your professional life and your personal life, this is the optimal time to start that new project. Your energy levels, because your estrogen and your testosterone are rising, are going to be almost at their peak, and this is an excellent time to focus on those tasks that need your energy from start to finish. You can pack your days with more things here because your body can handle it. If I'm going to do a deep clean or an organization or anything of that sort, or if I'm going to plan out my videos and my topics that I want to explore within the next month, I do it at this time. And this is a very exciting time because you begin to feel on top of the world. And that leads into your ovulatory phase, which is the grand slam because it's like the peak of the mountain. And this is the phase where you release your egg. And of course, when you release your egg, you can assume that you will be the most social, the most dynamic, and you will be able to exude that feminine energy that is very ready to receive. If you are single, I encourage you to go out or go on a date during this time because this is the time where you are naturally just going to have that je ne sais quoi, and you are going to be able to attract that energy towards you. Communication is essential in this part of your cycle, and you are able to get your message across more effectively. If you have some important conversation that you need to have, do it now. Also, have all of these hormones fluctuating through your body, so you are going to want to eat cruciferous vegetables, which that just reminds you, think of the root of the word crunchy. I like to think of crunchy vegetables. So broccoli, Brussels sprouts, those kinds of vegetables that are going to help you flush out those excess hormones through your digestive system. For me, in terms of workouts, I always incorporate running during this part of my cycle because I know I will be able to get the most power in this portion. Now, you don't want to exert yourself too hard because the luteal phase is coming and you might experience a sudden type of drop in your estrogen as you switch from estrogen to progesterone. Again, if you are interested in the biology of this topic, you should go visit that on Google. I'm sure you can find it. This is just a broad overview. In the luteal phase, you have released your egg and your body is preparing for potentially being pregnant. So you can imagine that you might feel a drop of energy. For me, I feel kind of a sudden drop of energy, and I need to take a few days to rebalance myself. Where whatever I have planned in my follicular phase to execute throughout the month is when I am going to take my list out. I'm going to try to stick to my list. I am going to try to stick to a routine because I won't have as much energy and motivation to be able to accomplish those things. I'm going to try to slow down a little bit, incorporate a little bit more rest, trying to prepare for the menstrual phase of my cycle, and I am going to practice nesting. So nesting is actually a term that isn't new, and a lot of us have been using it for years and years. And what does that have to do? Think of a bird. It is organizing your home or organizing your surroundings and beautifying them. I don't mean the same organization as tackling a big organization project as I did in the follicular phase. I mean just tweaking a few things. Maybe refold that one drawer of, I don't know, bras and underwear a different way. Perhaps incorporate some more plants into your home. Little things that help you feel in tune with your environment. The reason why we want to practice nesting in this time is because we are preparing for potentially being pregnant. And if you are pregnant, your body doesn't yet know if you are pregnant or not. You are going to have that natural inclination to prepare your surroundings for a baby in order to protect it. This time you are also going to have increased cravings, PMS, so you are going to want to incorporate foods with more fats. You also might want to eat less citrus fruits and more berries. That's something for me. I find I'm really always craving berry smoothies, so if you have some frozen berries on hand, that is always useful. And in terms of workouts, you are going to want to slowly reduce the intensity of your workouts. So similar to the menstrual phase, begin preparing. During the menstrual phase, you could actually take a break, but during the luteal phase, you could practice some more yoga, you could practice some more walking. I personally enjoy walking. Whatever it is for you, something that's not going to deplete too much of your energy, because you are going to have decreasing energy as you approach the menstrual phase. It's okay during the menstrual phase, side note, to take a few days off if you need to. In terms of your relationships, just be aware that you are going to be perhaps slightly more on edge, perhaps slightly more uncontrollable. This isn't, I repeat, this isn't a demeaning thing to women. This is just the way that your body is. You're going to be more sensitive. So keep that in mind, and if you feel some sort of frustration, write it down or take a moment before kind of acknowledging it with that person. Just be aware that you are going to be perhaps more easily insulted. If there is something that you know about cycle syncing or how you incorporate it into your life, I would love for you to leave a comment down below and tell me your thoughts on this. I think that I covered a lot of concepts. I tried to make it as brief as possible because, again, this isn't a complete scientific video. If you want that, there are people out there for that. I just wanted to encourage you to use this tool in whatever way makes sense for you. And before we end, you are going to perhaps ask, how do I track my cycles and how do I know which phase I am in? Well, there are a lot of apps for that. I personally use an app called Kindara. I also use this device to track my temperatures. It's called a Pearly. It won't focus. It's kind of expensive, but there are many on Amazon, and when you input your data, so your basal body temperature, you're going to want to take it in the morning, right first thing when you wake up within a 2-hour window. You're going to be able to see those different phases of the cycle that you are in. I'm going to include a diagram on my blog, cynthialonblog.com. I encourage you to go find it. And if there's anything in this video that I found that I missed, I will be sure to include it in that blog post for you. Cycle syncing is a great tool to help you become more in tune with your femininity. It can also help you conceive, and it can also help you with a number of other things. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Once again, I love you all, and I encourage you to please like this video so more women find it, to comment if you can, if you have something that you want to add to the conversation, and to encourage your friends or the women that you know to subscribe to our channel. I have big plans for this channel, and I really am all for you. I'm here for you. Let me know what you want out of this channel, and I'm so happy to serve you and to be able to deliver you this content. Love you all again. See you next time.